There we go. I'll just hit the button on you to say, hey, how you doing? There we go. And we got that there. Perfect. So we got some people coming in the chat in a few moments. Once we get all that up and running, we've got it live on your page as well.
Live on the Facebook page?
That's what you paired, right?
Yes. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we'll be live over there. We'll be live over here.
Okay.
Both of those. Let me make sure I got some moderators up in here, or at least I can mod in case we get some wild people being wild as usual. Being wild as usual. Let's see. And I'm so excited.
Me
I
too.
think like we've only like ever kind of touched a little bit here and there on your business and some of the things you do behind the scenes. So I'm actually really getting an opportunity to get to know you a little bit deeper, a lot deeper. You know what I mean? Just us time. That's a great time. So, and let me get my questions. I am going to pull up the website on the screen too, so people can see what we're looking. And there we go. So we've got the questions coming up, and definitely if you have any questions yourself, we just live stream. We do a little bit of everything around here.
Roll with it. I got it.
So let's see. Let's get started and get into why did you pick Carolina Oasis?
The name or the business? Why did I pick the name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it was actually given to me by my mom. I envisioned a whole spa for people to come. Women initially, it was women can come and find a place where they can just relax and find themselves. Meditation, finding natural ways to cure whatever remedies they have going on. So last name Carolina, come to my oasis. Find your oasis with me. So
I love
Carolina
that.
Oasis.
Okay. And if you could turn me down just a little bit because I can't hear myself in your background. Or can you say maybe I'll turn myself down?
Let me see. How is that?
Much better. You sound
Is
much
it?
better.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sound much better too. So tell us about your pronouns, your name, what you go by, what you like to go by, and your titles that you like to go by, because you have quite a few
I
at
have a
this
few
point.
titles right now. So I am Demila. Demila Carolina. I go by Demila Carolina. I my pronouns her, she. And what was your other question? My name,
And
pronouns, and
titles.
my titles. So I have a master's of science in nursing, so MSN. I am a certified nurse midwife, CNM, and I am the CEO of Carolina Oasis. I don't use all those titles while I'm at work as a certified nurse midwife. I just use CNM because it's known that you have an MSN, but those are my titles.
Okay. So
Yeah.
which one do you prefer at your regular job and then your primary business? Because it's
So
definitely not a side hustle.
primary business, I love it. So my first job, CNM, certified nurse midwife. I have been a certified nurse midwife for 11 years, almost 11 years.
Wow.
Going on 11 years. Yes, I have delivered almost 1,700 babies.
1,700?
1,700 babies. Definitely a calling. A calling.
That
You
is
just know it when you're in it. So I've been doing it for a while now.
That's a lot of women.
It's a lot
And
of
then
women.
multiple babies coming out of one woman. And then like my head is spinning because I could remember being like, oh, this is something I want to do. And then once we got to phlebotomy, I was like,
No.
oh, I can't do
Oh.
this. I'm out.
And
You
there are
got it.
so many people just like you. So many people who
Mhm.
felt the same way. But
Mhm.
so, first job, certified nurse midwife, Carolina Oasis. I am the CEO, but I'll go by Demila. I am I am considered a healer. So
Mhm.
in that realm, my goal is to help you heal whatever needs to be healed. Um, through every aspect of your body, not just an illness.
Mhm.
So, yes, that is my preferred title with
I
the
like that. But you have a natural healing spirit as it is, especially because you
thank
do
you.
cater to most women and in that extremely excruciating time
Yeah. You have
that
to know how to
you have
connect
to.
with the woman when she's going on natural. You have to
Mhm.
know that the energy matters in
Mhm.
the room, the energy between the patient and her family, the dad, like that, all that energy matters with having a great birth.
Do you have an instance where they were your favorite patient and when they gave birth, you just remember that to this day?
Oh my gosh, I did say 1700, right?
I
So,
mean, you're gonna have some that are unforgettable.
um, goodness, some that are unforgettable. I think that I've had a few that maybe were special to me.
Mhm.
Let me talk about the most recent. Like I have a patient that I love, love, love to death,
Mhm.
and I had her last baby. So she came to me for the second baby. We made sure I was at the hospital at time of delivery. She just
Mm.
and it was all God because she just so happened to come in labor when I was there.
Oh
Um,
wow.
and so I told it was time for me to take a break, and I let the nurse know just call me because I'm going to deliver her. And the nurse called me and said the head is out already. So I missed her delivery. I
Oh
was
my
so sad.
gosh. Not the
I
head is out.
was
Yo. Imagine just pulling up, yeah, just casually,
yeah.
yeah, the baby head just hanging out.
Yes.
Wow.
So anyway, they had to call the provider that was right there, so that
Mhm.
provider stepped in. So
Right.
that was sad, but that was one of my favorite patients, and I
Oh
would have
wow.
loved to have delivered her.
Mhm.
But I love the patients that are going all natural and they're in complete control. I've had a couple do a standing delivery. I think those stick out in my head because it's a different
See?
type of delivery for me. But they were
Like, do
beautiful,
you
both
football
of
catch the
them.
baby when they're standing? Like, how do you manage that?
Oh,
Like,
I have to kind of get down on the floor with them. Yeah, I have to
wow.
get down on the floor with them, and but it's a beautiful thing because she got what she envisioned as her birth
Mhm.
plan, and
Mhm.
so it's an amazing thing.
What do you feel like is the safest way for a woman to have birth a baby?
Safest
Mhm.
safest way is going to be different depending on the scenario.
Mm.
Um, there are some babies that just don't like labor. And with the
Mhm.
contraction, something is going on and stressing them out. So the safest is a C-section. And
Mm.
I can say that as a midwife. Like sometimes it is just necessary.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's so much that goes into a delivery and the position and how it needs to happen or when it needs to happen. There's so much. So it goes case by case, and you got to have that right connection. Me with the baby, we got to have a connection.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
With Okay, so with skin to skin contact,
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking complete varying questions right now from what I sent you, but it's just like
That's
now
so
that you said
fine.
it, it's so many questions I
Yeah,
have just
but you know
personally.
what? I'm
But
so passionate about deliveries and midwifery. Like, ask me whatever.
and that's what it's called, midwifery.
Midwifery.
That's wild. I look, I think what I commented, I was like, okay, you gonna be my doula for the next one? So what's the difference between a doula and a midwife?
So a doula is trained to support the mom during the pregnancy and during labor. There are also postpartum doulas, or grieving doulas for moms that have had a miscarriage. There's doulas are a support. They are knowledgeable, and when we have doulas in a delivery, they kind of they're the ones to rub the mom's back or to translate what I say. If the patient doesn't understand, the doula can try and translate that. A midwife is a medical professional, and we manage the labor, saying where intervention needs to happen or when intervention needs to happen, and then we deliver. Doulas don't deliver babies, or they
Okay.
shouldn't deliver babies.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
Okay. Okay. So like the right before we go to the hospital would be the person that's the doula.
Yes, and the doula can come in the hospital. We love to have doulas. They're a great addition to the support team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so they can come if the mom desires to have her there.
Mm-hmm.
It's good because the midwife cannot sit at the bedside
Mm.
like in a home birth or in a birth center birth. At the hospital, we can have 5, 6 patients, so we
Oh
can't
yeah,
be
you're
there to
going,
hold
going,
your
going.
hand. Huh?
I say you most of the time you're going, going, going.
Going.
And
So the doula being there is amazing support.
that is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away. Like you have such an amazing job because that goes back to you being a natural healer.
Mm-hmm.
And you aren't just a natural healer, you're actually the person who welcomes a new person into this
A
world.
new life. It's amazing. Blessed
So
hands. Blessed hands.
that you have blessed hands. And
Mm-hmm.
I chose Medusa as like the one that I love the most, because she's placed in a garden in one of the stories that I like, and
Mm.
she's at the gate of Hades' domain, and she welcomes the people who were able to get through the tribulations that
Okay.
were there to
Wow.
enter back into the human world. So basically, like the same thing, it's the
Yeah.
same concept. Like you're really
Welcome.
welcoming them
Mm-hmm.
here, and to
Love
have
it.
your beautiful face as one of the faces that they first see
Love it.
is so
Yes. It's
amazing.
amazing. It
That
is
is,
such an amazing job.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
so more about your wellness. So how did that spark or segue into women's wellness? Because you developing that Oasis
So
and
I think that I got to a point in midwifery where I felt that my expertise and my knowledge level, like I want to expand
hmm
to women to help educate them. Just, I guess, the questions maybe that I would get from patients. I'm like,
hmm
people really just don't know. They don't have a basic knowledge of some things. And so I wanted to get out more into the community, more into underserved communities to teach them
hmm
more about women's health, just so they
right.
have that knowledge because it's important for self care. And then I got a call from my mom asking, had I heard of vaginal steaming?
Mm.
And I'm like, yeah, but, and then it wouldn't leave my head. It kept the thought kept coming to me. So I went to be
Mm.
certified in that. And through that I learned about herbs, and through learning about herbs, I learned all of the medicinal benefits of all the different herbs. And I'm like, this is things people should know because you could grow your own medicine in your backyard.
hmm
And you have to understand the body mechanics. Our bodies are complex systems. And so
hmm
you can't know everything, but to know the basics, you'll know how to prevent illness. And so
Mm.
I'm at that point where I want to get it out there of basics, the right foods to eat, the right vegetables to eat, the right herbs, to take. Say you're at a predisposition for diabetes or heart disease.
Mm-hmm.
You got to fix your diet, you got to fix your lifestyle, and that could be done without medicine when you do it early enough.
See, and a lot of people don't know that. Like, they'll hear, oh, it starts with your diet, but then not even investigate what they need for their diet in order for it to be a good
And
thing.
very, very important point, because there are tests, which Carolina Oasis does offer a food sensitivity test, but there's so much that um, we ingest and digest that may not be good, but could be good for you, could be bad for me. And so
Mm-hmm.
the food sensitivity test will tell you what foods you need to stay away from, because they can cause inflammation and illness in your body where you didn't even know. Not that there's an allergy,
Mm-hmm.
but you are just inflamed, or it's causing increased gas in your abdomen.
Yeah.
But you're not tying it into that one food sensitivity. So
Okay.
you can say diet, but it's going to be different for everybody.
Right. And I mean, I'm a firm advocate for not saying, oh, I'm going on a diet, I'm changing my diet. And a lot of people still have that mental, oh, she's on a diet, so it must be she's fasting and doing all this extra stuff. It's really, I'm just changing my diet to be healthier for who I am.
You have to change and it's a
Yeah.
lifestyle, not
Yeah.
just a temporary diet. It has,
Mm-hmm.
and there's basic things like, yeah, don't eat fried foods and minimize your carbs, minimize your sugars. There's
Mm-hmm.
basic things like that, but everybody has to figure out their body to know which diet they want to be on. Um,
Right.
so another thing is the IV vitamin therapy that I offer. That is introducing the proper micronutrients to your cells,
Mm-hmm.
getting in your body at the cellular level to make sure your cells are healthy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us walk around with aches and pains, but it's because our cells are not healthy, and we're not getting them the right nutrients that they need to they'll regenerate. Your cells die off and come back to life. They regenerate, but they need to come back into a healthy environment. So when you're not doing the right things or feeding your cells the right nutrients that they need, they're coming they're coming back to unhealthy, and it's just going to keep the cycle going. And then we
Okay.
get
So now you're flushing it out and
yes.
then to get rid of it so your body's not relying on it either.
Hmm. And we
Okay.
call it aging. Oh, I'm aging. But it's that you've been walking
Yeah.
around with unhealthy cells for years.
Right, right. And definitely it shows what you put into your body definitely shows on your face too. And you have amazing skin, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely immaculate.
Thank
You
you.
look,
Thank you. Thank
excuse
you.
me.
Oh,
Excuse me.
yeah. And like that's probably the main place a lot of things shows
Mm-hmm.
is on your skin. And
Mm-hmm.
when you have the skin issues out there, I, my recommendation is detox. Any health journey that anybody's trying to go on, I think the first step is always detox.
Now, do you recommend things like colon cleansing or cupping or anything like that? Like, what are some of the forms of detox that you most recommend for, well, I mean, obviously for women when it comes to just like clearing up their skin or getting back on a healthier track? What's the predominant one that you
So
suggest?
there's so many ways to detox. And again, just like with dieting, everybody's body is going to react differently. Some
Mm-hmm.
people will do a liquid liquid fast for a week to cleanse their body. Perfectly
Mm-hmm.
fine. Some people take a colon cleanse pill or a colon cleanse drink. However you're going to do it, commit to it.
Mm-hmm.
Commit to it and make sure it's working, and don't do a colon cleanse pill and then go to McDonald's for dinner.
Right, right,
Right? You have to be consistent with it.
right.
Or if you're doing the IV vitamins, getting the micronutrients in your body, you have to have a lifestyle that's going to go along with keeping it healthy.
Okay. And then how often do you feel like people should come or suggest, how often do you suggest that people should get their nutrient IV?
Um,
I know
y-
words.
it depends on the cocktail you're getting. I have different cocktails. So say you're doing I call it the Lotus IV. It's got it's got multivitamins and magnesium, calcium, vitamin C. Um, so you can get that, and then you feel better. Say you feel better for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you're back to feeling sluggish. That would mean you need that IV again.
Okay.
Or you could go 3 months and be fine. So everybody's body is going to accept those micronutrients and react differently. I do have a client with migraines who has realized she needs her IV every 4 to 6 weeks. It
Okay.
helped with her migraines for 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay. So that's pumping that through and helping with that inflammation that she was getting to
Or
help maybe get that
balance,
out.
correcting whatever imbalance she may have.
Okay. Okay. Do you we're going to take a look at your website too. Let's do that while we're waiting. And this one here. Boop. And it's going to throw us at the bottom. So
I
we're on the
do.
website right here.
I wanted to say with the IV, I do have weight loss injections. That one I do say to take once a week. That one to get a good effect once a week for about a month. And that has to go along with the diet and the exercise. If you're going for a month and you can't get it right with your diet and exercise, then you might want to stop and wait until you can get on track with your diet and exercise.
See, and I can appreciate that so much because I do remember like when I first did my first, I don't know if you remember when I was really at my biggest and then I had got really small and I was at Aldolino. You're like, no, maybe a little bit, sort of this much. But
Kinda.
look,
Vaguely.
vaguely. How first time around, guys, first time. Second time. So this is second time. However, I could remember when I first was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. And I went for like 6, 7 weeks, but I would have like the little pill bottles just sitting everywhere. Like I'm not taking it, you know? I'm
Yeah.
not as committed as I want to. So
Yeah.
then I was like, okay, no, I'm actually committed. So instead of
Right.
the doctor telling me, oh, well, you're not really losing anything. What's changing? The accountability. It was more about money and trust. So that's
Right.
why I'm saying, like, I can really appreciate that you're like, hey, this might not work for you right now because you're not committed.
You're not ready. Yeah.
You're not ready.
You got to be
Yeah.
ready.
And you're like, I don't want to take your money, and you're not ready. And that says a lot about your character. That says a lot about you as
Yeah.
a whole.
Yeah, and because yes, I do need to make money with it to make the business run, but I honestly just want people to learn about their health and get healthy
Right.
and
So
prevent illness. There's too much going on today.
now, if you guys are interested, she is in Southern California. Okay. And you can go visit this website that's going to pop up on the screen in the corner. Boop. That's where we are right now. And I spelled it right? I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I spelled it right. Okay. But that's where we are right now on the website. And she has a very extensive amount of cocktails that you can pick from. I would say, whatever you're going for, definitely make sure that you call if you got questions or go
Call,
and put your
email.
email right here, go to the shop, all of that good stuff. And you also have merch too,
I
which
have
my shirt
my
got stole by a
no.
kid and wore to school. Hilarious.
Good, good,
I didn't know
good.
you had waist beads, so I got to get some waist beads.
I have
Thanks.
waist beads. I have a few left. The I want to say the IV Immunity Boost IV. I'm gonna recommend that. It is flu season, you guys, so we need to try and prevent
Look, the spreading and another quarantine, please. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. Now with your teas, this is my favorite, by the way. That tea was amazing. It tastes
Really?
great. I was gonna give it as a gift to somebody else, and I ended up just keeping it and drinking it
I'm
myself.
glad you like it.
So it's definitely mine. After I drank that, I'm like, how much more do I have left? I know I have like a little bit left.
I
Okay.
got more. I
A
got more
little
where
bit.
that came from.
But a little bit about this tea. Fragrant wise for your lady bits. We're gonna just zoom in. Fragrant wise for your lady bits. Okay.
Yes. So this is the sweet Yoni tea, that flavor that you were pointing at, sweet poppin' peach.
Yeah.
So it's a mixture of herbs,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of herbs actually coming together, which it does promote hormonal balance. It
Mm-hmm.
promotes relaxation. It is a good nighttime cool down tea to
Mm-hmm.
have. But at the same time, when you're drinking it regularly, that flavor gets through your body and makes your yoni taste like the sweet poppin' peach.
I haven't heard reviews yet because anybody
Okay.
tastes no peaches. But
And then we
Yonis aren't being tasted and
other
tested just yet.
flavors. We have four
So
flavors.
when I
So
pass it out,
right. Let me know.
when I stomp formatted, I'll let you know, okay? But definitely, which that goes back to whatever you're putting in your body comes out of your body everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay. And it doesn't matter if it's your armpits or your yoni, you need to make sure you're taking care of all of that.
Right.
Like every part of it, every capacity. And I love that it's we're doing this right now because it is PCOS Awareness Month. Myself and Princess have PCOS.
PCOS.
Yeah, which is very annoying to have, by the way. Annoying to have. But I did give some to Princess and she did say that her cramps
Oh,
really,
perfect.
yeah, it really helped with her cramps too. So
Perfect. It's a good
um
blend. I also have
yeah.
I do custom herbal teas. And so I put together a mix of herbs for painful periods. I also have a stress and anxiety tea that I created the mixture for. So
Is that
I'm
the Just
glad
Fine
to
tea?
the Just Fine stress and anxiety tea.
Okay. And you got the bags. I see you, big bags. All right.
Yeah,
Purify me. I'm
I
sorry. I didn't mean to
really
put it back
fell
on the
in love
screen.
with herbs.
Boom. There we go. And see, and we are, okay. Sorry if anybody's a family member. Okay. I smoke weed. Thank you very much. Okay. So it's prescribed sometimes. So okay, we are a very open community when it comes to herbs being utilized for medicinal purposes, and so like it does help relax my ADHD. It does help with some of the pains that I've been having and help to, constrict some of the inflammation that's there.
Mhm. Okay.
You should do that too. You should.
I should sell that.
Carolina Dispensary sounds great to
Carolina
me.
dispense. Okay. Well, you know what?
Uh,
Ideas.
the idea is hello. So definitely check out Carolina Oasis, and we're gonna get into Damila the person
Okay.
as well. Perfect. And you, Miss Ma'am, went on an amazing trip for your birthday.
Oh, it was so
I'm
amazing.
jealous.
It was so amazing, and that which I kind of expected, but not like it exceeded my expectations as far as the
Really?
spiritual aspect and the healing
Mm,
aspect. Um, it was an amazing trip, and I'm so glad I took it. I
wow.
recommend Bali, Indonesia.
Look, she's like, of all the
Anybody,
places.
if anybody has the ability, that's the
Hmm.
place
Look, can I
for
ask you how much you
healing
spent?
and restarting, huh?
Can I ask you how much that trip was? Was it a
Um,
lot, medium?
what
Look at what she said. What's a lot to you?
it wasn't Africa a lot,
Uh-huh.
and it wasn't Mexico cheap, but
Dang. Okay, so it was like
it was It
sort of,
was
kind of, not really towards Africa, but not really like that.
it was medium.
It was medium. Okay.
It
Okay.
was medium. Let me
Okay.
say
That's
that. But once you get there, everything's cheap.
okay.
I
Okay.
got
Did
a
you do like an all inclusive?
no. I
No.
no, I didn't.
Mm.
We kind of moved around, but I got a 60-minute deep tissue full body massage for $12. Yeah,
I'm going. Wait. Let me. I need you to text me
$12.
all of that. Okay.
Yeah,
I got my
and
passport already
yeah,
ready.
it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be an expensive trip. I kind of moved around and I did the
Uh,
private pool villa at the resort, and you know what I mean. You don't have to do
mm,
it that way.
right. But that was the one where I had like your name in the water and the
Yeah.
flowers, and which was absolutely
Wasn't that
beautiful.
beautiful?
Oh my
Wasn't that
gosh. That was
beautiful?
so tranquil. I was like,
Oh,
I love that.
yeah,
I
it was
I
amazing.
love that. I ain't even worried about waiting to be 40. I want to do that right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, do it. I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to mess it up. That
Yeah.
was the issue.
I saw you trying to
I
go
was trying.
around your name. You can see where the flowers, and you're like, move flower back, move the flowers back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was such a beautiful trip. And then on top of that, to ice the cake, you looked amazing.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You went
Thank
over
you
there and
so
went
much.
all
That
out. She
means a
said, let me post my
lot.
bathing suit pictures. Let me get on this swing. Hold on. All right. You
Thank
took rich auntie
you.
vibes to a whole nother level.
It's,
Okay.
it's my birthday. It's
Excuse
my
me. Yeah.
birthday.
Like I was like, she did the Virgo name right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we
Goodness.
look extra for for no reason.
For
That
no
was
reason.
perfect. Do you have like a
Yeah.
go-to travel look, especially when you're traveling that far?
Are you mean like on the plane? What am
Yep.
I?
Yeah.
Have to be comfortable. I
Mm,
have to be. I don't care if I'm flying from here to Vegas for an hour. It has to be comfortable shoes, tennis shoes.
yeah.
Of course, you know I am a sneakerhead, but
Mhm.
comfortable shoes with leggings or sweats that are cute to go with the shoes.
She said, I gotta do the shoes
Uh,
justice. I
So
gotta
cute
do the
and
shoes
comfortable.
justice.
Cute and comfortable.
I love that. I love that. And
Hmm.
then when you get to your destination, what's the first thing you're going for when you get there? So after you've checked in, you put your bags down. What's the first thing you're doing?
Honestly, I unpacked my bags.
You do? You put your
And
stuff in
I,
the drawers and stuff?
yeah, my mind is
Really?
not clear until until I've organized all my stuff. This trip was a little different for me because we were only 2 nights here, 2 nights there,
Mm,
so I couldn't really unpack. But that is the first thing I do, and then eat.
mm. What are you normally looking for? Are you looking for things that are to that area? Are you looking for something that kind of like, okay, I want to gracefully go into being in a different country, so I need some like Americanized food. How are
No,
you doing
no,
that?
no, no. One of the main reasons I travel is to taste their food.
I heard that.
I love learning about, which was one of the things that I learned about myself on this trip is I love diving into other cultures and their
Okay.
belief systems and their food and their seasonings with their food because I like to cook. I
Mm-hmm.
love to see how they season their food.
Mm-hmm.
So I will absolutely go for something. I don't even
Right.
want American food if I'm in another country.
And I'm sure that that's even more enriching because of what your love for herbs has been
Hmm.
and broadening that. So now you're like,
Yep.
okay, this saffron,
I
this,
want,
this is a totally
yes.
different type of saffron than I can get. Is this legal for me to bring back or not? Look, have you
Right.
encountered that
I
yet
was
where
on
you
a
can't bring
serious,
specific spices back or
no,
no, not yet.
no,
Man.
I haven't. My mom did bring something back that she was told she couldn't. Am I telling on her right now?
No, we didn't hear any
Yes,
of that.
yeah.
It's gone already. It
But
doesn't matter.
it
It's
is.
gone
It's gone.
already.
But I go on a hunt for herbs and spices everywhere I
Mm.
go.
Do you have a favorite place that you visited outside of your last trip?
A favorite place.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that every trip I take is amazing. I've only had one trip that I was like, this is not it, and I had to leave early.
Oh,
But
wow.
every trip is amazing. I can go to Jamaica and Aruba time and time again. I will forever keep going back to those places. Um, Italy,
Mm.
Italy was amazing. I can't wait to get back to Italy. There's just so much I need to see that I didn't get to see while I was there. Um, I can't even pick one. Every Cuba was a whole, that was so enlightening. I just
Mm.
never even knew the country existed like that. But um, I don't think that I can pick one favorite place.
If somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, I have $1,000. Where should I go?" What would you say?
A
That's it.
thousand, one,
$1,000. It
one
sounds like it's
thousand,
a lot, but it ain't. But it is. But it ain't. Look, so it depends on where you go. I have $1,000.
a thousand
Where
dollars.
would you tell them to go?
You wanna from California?
I mean, yeah, we're in
From
Cali.
California, $1,000. You want to go somewhere like Cabo or Cancun
Mm,
or Puerto Vallarta.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
um, $1,000, and that's including flight and hotel and
No,
stuff.
no, no. Let's just say flights are already wherever I want to go. I have a ticket for it.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, okay. I was
So the
including
flight is
flight.
wherever I want to go. I have a ticket, but I have $1,000. Where do I go? So that's not including hotel or amenities or food while I'm there.
$1,000.
Hmm. I'm challenging today.
I honestly, in Bali, $1,000 will get you so far.
Wow.
It'll get you so far.
Wow.
Yeah, you would have the time of your life with $1,000 in Bali.
See, and it seems like, oh man, that's so far, but it's really not.
It's really
Was there a time where you didn't feel like, oh, this is not a safe space for me to be in as a Black woman
oh,
while
for
you're
sure,
traveling? Yeah, like,
absolutely. So, I'm a wine connoisseur, and
yes, you
so I would like to travel to wine taste wherever I can wine taste, and
are.
so I
Hmm.
traveled to Fredericksburg, Texas.
Why would you
That's
do
what it's
that?
called, right?
Look, why would you do that
Fredericksburg,
anywhere
Texas.
in Texas? Look,
You know why? I
but
I
yeah.
don't know what I was thinking, but I saw wine country in Texas, and I'm like, why not? It's not that
Mm-hmm.
far, it's not that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it. And I quickly realized that I did not belong there. They let me know that I didn't
Oh,
belong there.
oh
I
no.
didn't feel safe sleeping in my hotel room at night. And
Oh
so that's
wow.
when I left early.
Mm.
But their wine was fabulous.
Oh wow.
I
Not them
know.
having good wine and
I was
and
so
shitty
mad.
people. Like, why
Like,
is that's
why
so
does it have to be
disappointing.
here?
It's
Yeah.
like, how do you have the best wine?
Yes. So Fredericksburg, Texas. Italy is known for being racist. Um,
Right. Right.
and I is it a racism versus a mean or rude culture? Probably a
Mm.
mixture of both. And my
Just naturally rude.
experiences there really trumped any kind of
Mm.
racial experience I had.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's got to be a balance somewhere. You're gonna
Yeah.
give and take. And I could only imagine how hostile the environment was while you were in Texas, because I know there were certain places I had went when I was visiting, and I was just like, I'm gonna just go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just,
so I
yeah.
went by myself. I am a solo traveler, and I was there
Mm,
alone. And any restaurant I walked in, every head turned. Um,
mm,
I did overhear two ladies saying, "Isn't she scared here?" Um, it was bad. When you walk into any business, they don't greet you. Yeah.
Not isn't she scared?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would have been it for me.
Yeah. Yep. And it's like,
Oh,
actually, lady. Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for letting me hear that. But at the same time, it's like it does bring you a little bit more cautious. I mean, awareness to be cautious in that environment
Right.
too.
Right.
So
So
yeah,
you
I
move
would be
smartly.
afraid. I don't know. I would have been starving that whole trip.
Yeah. So that's why I left early. I had to get
Oh,
out of there.
yeah, man.
But
But
that butterfly was there.
whew, just like, hey, it's time to go.
Yep.
Yeah. You're not traveling alone at that point.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm sure you
Exactly.
saw 'em on your Bali trip too.
Yep.
Mhm.
Let me tell you.
Wow. So you're not a solo traveler.
Right. I'm
That's
protected.
ooh,
I'm
that kinda gave me
protected.
some
I am protected. And
look,
I'm
insiders
so
here, people,
confident in
insiders.
it. Yeah.
Man,
Yep. So
sheesh.
confident in it.
That I mean, what's your favorite self-care tip? At that point, what is it?
Honestly. Prayer and meditation.
Mm,
Prayer and meditation. Why? Um, prayer and meditation is going to allow you to see deeper into yourself,
mhm,
um, so that you know you're on the right path in life.
mhm,
And with that, your stress level is decreased.
mm.
And that is, I think, key to all health issues is decreasing stress and
Right,
knowing how to cope with stress because it's never going to be gone. We're
right,
always going to have stress. So you
right,
have to know how to deal with it. You have to know how to cope with it.
right.
And prayer and meditation keeps you on the right track.
Mhm. And see, those are the things that, I feel like you were really set up for a lot of success, even just kinda growing up. That was, like, my outside looking in
Really?
observation. Yeah, because I was like, "Dang, she got both her parents, she got sisters, she got this, she's got that." Like, really just like, "Oh, man, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's so cool."
Yeah, my
And
parents
seeing
did a
how
good
grounded
job.
you guys are. Yeah, like, you guys are very, very grounded despite of course, everybody's got things that they're dealing with.
Right.
Everybody got that one thing, and
Right.
everybody's got a
Or
little bit
those
of
two
crazy, and it just
things.
depends
Yeah.
on what kinda crazy you wanna deal with. But
Right.
even just getting to that point, and I'll speak for myself, like, there are a lot of humans in this world who are teaching themselves how to be adults or teaching themselves how to cope
Right.
and being like, "I don't know what the hell I'm doing."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, parenting themselves,
Yeah.
even though they have both parents.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
yeah, so you not only have done a very, very good job of raising your own kids, I wanna say I'm so, so proud of you. You are doing an amazing
Thank
job
you. Thank
because
you
they are
so
making
very
very good
much.
decisions,
Thank
and,
you.
um and even in
Parenting.
them trying to find out who they are, you know,
Yeah. Parenting.
because that's
The hardest
frustrating.
job. The
Mhm.
hardest job. I will
Absolutely.
argue that into the ground. Parenting is
Absolutely.
the hardest job.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
then I'll be like, "Look, you wanna do it again? What?
Right.
Huh?
You
Why?
want to start
Why would
over
you wanna they
now?
grown. What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously.
so I get it. I feel like, if you don't have that support system, you know what I'm saying? Like, um you really do have that support system. You
Yeah.
have really open communication, amazing communication with your mother,
Mhm.
amazing communication with your sister, even though y'all be
Yeah.
bumping heads and you be trying to act like you don't. Trying to act like you don't, but you don't
I
even bump heads that often.
I can't even tell you when I have bumped heads with her. I think that we just have that respect for each other.
Mhm.
Um, I would say I may have bumped heads with my mom more recent than
Wow.
with my sister,
Mhm.
um, and my brother. Like we just have that
Right.
respect and that communication.
Yeah. And y'all
It's a
are very
blessing. He
close
really
knit.
is a blessing, huh?
Yeah, I say you guys are very, very close knit too.
Mm-hmm.
And even when it's, hey, I need to tell you, that ain't it. You know, there's so much respect there and so much
Mm-hmm.
honor
I'm
there.
very,
And
very thankful for them, my mom and my siblings.
right. And you did mention like the newest thing you found that you loved about yourself. So what's the favorite part of your life right now? That one thing that's just like, dang, I just love this part of my life.
I have freedom. I
Mm,
have freedom to come and go. Um, I realize that I am blessed to be able to take that trip to Bali and have my name spelled in flowers in the pool. I'm blessed,
mm,
and the freedom to be able to do things like that,
mm,
I love it. Um, I have my youngest child who's 14, very self sufficient, so that allows for more freedom.
mm-hmm.
Um, freedom to make decisions, make my own decisions, and I don't know. I don't know that I could have it any other way.
I like that. I like that. And I think
Yeah,
that
I feel free.
that's a hard thing for women to get to is that freedom because you're not only just free to do as you please, but also to feel like you want to feel in that
Hmm.
moment
Hmm.
without it taking away from you. And it's
Yeah,
you have such a fair foundation and a good grounding that when you're able to hone into that herbal like herbal magic that is you, that healing energy that you
yeah.
are putting out there, you can really just I'm doing this
Focus,
today and I'm
focus in on.
focused on this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you don't have so much stress and things muddling up how you feel about that.
Yeah. I
So,
love that I even had the ability to go be certified in vaginal steaming, and that introduced me into the world of herbs. And I have the time and the freedom to learn about these herbs and about these
mm,
vitamins, and then to start this business to spread the word. It's
right,
all in the freedom.
right, right. See, that's it right there. Like when you do that, what does it look like for you for a mental health check-in? Like how do you ooh, you starting to stress about this. Let me redirect my energy, redirect how I feel about it. What's
And that's it right there. Redirect my energy. Breathe.
mm,
Breathe, meditate. Mental
mm,
check. Yes. Take some time by myself. Honestly, I go on trips because it is my therapy.
mm,
And on my trips, I can recharge, come back, be ready to go again.
see,
Yeah. And
that's beautiful.
if I could recommend anything, it is take time away. Having that time away from where you don't have to think about responsibility
Mm,
or all the responsibilities you have, take the time away.
okay.
Even you can go to the next city, get a hotel room in the next city by yourself.
Mm,
Just separate.
just relax.
Hmm.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
therapy. Cheap therapy.
Mm, see, do you have ooh, actually, what did you want to be when you grew up? Like when you were younger, what was that one thing that you wanted to be?
I have always, my entire life, wanted to deliver babies.
Really?
Yeah, so I didn't know what a midwife was growing up. So I always
Mm,
said obstetrician, obstetrician. That's the doctor that delivers.
mm,
Um, but once I got to college and I learned what a midwife is, I was like, that's it. That's what I
that's the
want
one
to
you're gonna do. Wow.
do.
What would
Never
you tell
wanted
your younger self
anything.
if you were in the room, you just walked in, hey,
How old?
mm, you always
How,
wanted to, but when did you
that's
really, really say, I want to deliver babies? Like, what was the first time you ever said that? You were probably like 6 or 7 in kindergarten. Yeah, I want to deliver babies.
no. So my sister is 8 years younger than me.
Mm,
And so the thing that stimulated that was watching my mom go through the pregnancy. And I
Oh,
was so
wow.
fascinated by the doctor being able to hear the heartbeat through the belly. And I remember watching it's called a linea nigra, the line on my mom's belly, watching it grow.
The
As
black
the
line,
pregnancy.
that just, it's got a name. It's
It's
a
got
what?
a name.
Hold on,
There's
Linnea,
a
what?
term.
It's got a name.
So I
Okay.
remember watching it grow. I was just fascinated by the whole pregnancy. So by the time I got to 5th or 6th grade, and they said, write down what you want to be when you grow up. And I had to ask the teacher, what do you call the person that delivers babies? And she told me obstetrician. So from that point on, that was my goal in life.
Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of school.
It's a lot of school.
That's a whole lot of school.
Oh Lord, a lot of school. And
How did you feel when you went to school and they told you how long you had to be there in order to achieve that goal?
so I don't think I thought about the time. I just knew that I had the goal and I was going to get there. I went to school first to get a biology degree because I was going to go to medical school to be that obstetrician. Um, so I got my biology degree, and then I went back to get my nursing degree. And then I had to get a
Wow.
master's in nursing. So I don't think I thought about how much time I needed to put in. I just knew the route I needed to take to get to where I need to get to.
Right. This is what I want. I have an end
Mhm.
goal and a vision. And did you play sports in elementary and middle and high
High
school?
school. High
In
school, I
high
played
school.
basketball. And
Basketball.
then in
Okay.
college, we did a intramural team.
A what?
Intramural team. So we
What is that?
played basically a little night league. Yeah.
Oh
It
Lord.
wasn't the college team, but we had a little team.
Look, we had something.
We had
See.
some.
Yeah, and I think that kind of lines up that a lot of people played sports, and that's where you get that drive from. Especially
Yeah.
if you liked the sports.
Yeah.
Is that where you became a sneakerhead, or you just naturally were just like, yeah,
Great
I'm into shoes?
question. Let me see. I think it's natural.
Mm,
Maybe it may be from my brother. He is the same way.
mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm. I see y'all on Facebook all the time. I be like, most shoes.
yeah, the shoe.
Most shoes.
But my mom is into shoes too. It might be
Yeah.
natural. Shoes are important. Shoes are important,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah, your
So
mom definitely. Every time let me get them shoes, and then I'll be thinking
yeah,
about it. I got big feet, so look.
yeah,
I think that's probably why I never got into shoes, because of how big my feet are, and then I have to buy men's sizes, so the shoes are always
uh,
expensive. As far as
yes, I
sneakers, nah,
get that. I
I'm good.
totally get that.
I'm
But
good.
basketball, my shoes did
Yeah.
have to be fresh. So I mean, I don't know where it started. I think it's just in me.
Now, look, you gonna text me later? Oh, I remember now. This is my first pair.
Right. Goodness.
And they probably still look mint.
Have
No,
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
These are vintage. Okay.
Right.
Do you have oh my gosh. Who gave you the most inspiration in the past? Let me say that.
The most inspiration I in life, it would
Mhm.
have to be my mom,
Mm.
because I think that she is I think she taught me, and she's teaching me currently, just how to live happily,
Mm.
strong, independent, free, just
Yeah.
free. I would have to say my mom.
Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because I always thought your mom and Grandpa Skip were twins because of
Right?
how mirroring
Right.
they are.
It's
Just
crazy.
crazy. And I
Yeah.
was like, really? Not? Seriously? Yeah. What?
their
yeah.
energy, the everything.
Exactly. So for them to have that much energy, your mom is amazing, an amazing woman, and
Yeah,
just
she
a
shocks me.
personality that just, you could be sad somewhere and she absorbs it
Yeah.
and then tosses it into oblivion. So y'all, you
Well,
have a natural
full of
healer.
wisdom. Full of
Mm-hmm.
wisdom.
Mm-hmm. So you have a natural healer as a mom,
Yeah.
and you became a
Very
natural
true,
healer.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. That is definitely true. Who
Yeah.
inspires you currently?
Um, my daughter. I think that being her mom is teaching me a lot about life, and it's opening my mind to things that I never thought it would be open to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's an amazing kid. Yeah. So I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
she inspires me. She's talented in so many different areas in
Mm-hmm.
her thought process and her outlook. I'm like, where did she come from?
From
Oh,
you. From you.
but yeah.
Hey, okay. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, we are here with Demila, the wonderful, amazing Demila of Carolina Oasis, who is telling us about her journey and really just being the beautiful healer she is. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, let's go. Colbert coming through with the raid. This is a little bit of raid. This is a different type of stream right now. We are on Just Chatting or hanging out if we're on Facebook. For those of you guys who are just tuning in, thank you guys so much. It is National PCOS Awareness Month, as well as Sexual Health Awareness Month, as well as Suicide Prevention Month. There's a whole lot of awareness and prevention and things going on this month. And we definitely, if you have any questions about birth and babies, this is the woman to ask. This is the woman to ask. Thank you guys so much for the follows. And man, hi everybody. Hey. So let's see a little spiky spike. Hey, so if you guys have any questions, I'll be able to pin those questions in the chat for the end. And we're just moving through some of these content questions because you just became a content creator recently. I don't even think you realize it.
No.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. You posting on social media with your business, you are your
Oh.
own content creator. You have things that you have to do as far as like marketing,
Oh
being
my
able
goodness.
to look to navigate that space and it being
Yeah,
a fairly new space for you too, because it's
absolutely.
more than just posting pictures with a caption at that point.
Yeah.
And
And I'm
you're bringing that
learning.
awareness. So
I'm
how does
learning.
that feel? Like, oh, if I post it as a reel, I get more traffic. If I post it as this, I get, you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
what is the trial and error that you're seeing as you're building your brand, Carolina Oasis?
Oh, this is all so uh, brand spanking new for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning as I go, which is another reason I'm thankful for my daughter. She does help, but the whole marketing thing, it's a lot to learn, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm in the thick of it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
in the thick of it, and I will get better or hire
I'm
someone.
here if you need
Yeah,
me. Okay. I'm
yeah.
here if you need me. Not to hire, but I'll definitely teach you what I know. So,
For sure.
but
It's a
definitely.
whole new world, like this whole social media marketing. I love it. I love it. I
Mhm.
love it. I'm glad that we have it. But it's a lot to learn.
That's awesome. That
Yeah.
is awesome. Do you have a new accessory for your content, for your marketing that you actually like or you fell in love with?
Accessory meaning.
Like camera, you might have some lights, you might have like a location. Now you've got a space. I know you've been doing your mobile IVs
Mobile
lately.
IV.
So
Um,
definitely.
I think with the products, I learned about a photography box. I think that's what you call it. So that's one accessory that I'm trying to utilize. With the mobile IV, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything with the mobile IV. Yeah, it's more of figuring out which pictures to take to advertise for,
Mm,
at this
right.
point.
Right. Right. And then even then, we're getting to the point where we don't even do pictures anymore. We're all 5, 10 seconds. You're making an infomercial constantly.
Yeah, and I
You
gotta
know.
I gotta get on that part.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
All
that's
right.
that's
Well,
gonna be my next.
we'll get there. And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm definitely here. I'm gonna get you right. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay, I hear
it's
you.
live. All right.
I
We
hear
got it in
you.
4K. I've already said it. It's already out. So,
Okay.
what's the last book that you read?
Um, Vitamized health. Is that boring or what? Learning about
No, Zane.
learning
Like,
about
nothing
all the different
spicy.
vitamins. But other than something that's educating me on my business aspect, I want to say it was a while ago, and it was Vanishing Half.
What was that about?
Vanishing Half, twin sisters from the South. One was light skinned, light enough to pass, and
Mm,
one was not. And the one
mm.
that was light enough to pass went on and passed to as white and lived a life as a white
Oh,
woman.
what?
Yeah. So that was a good book. That was a good one.
That
Vanishing Half.
okay. Vanishing half. All right. Look, that's got to be based on a true story. I can't see that there's got to be some people
That
that
are
have
doing
have
for
done
sure.
that. I
For
like
sure.
that is crazy, especially um like when I read about Frida Kahlo and all these other different people where we assumed that they were a specific race, but they really just married into it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or man, whew,
Yeah.
people hold their reserves about so much.
Yeah.
Um, what was the thing that made you feel like this is something that you wanted to do? I mean, you already really touched on that, but even more so when it comes to your first primary business. What was that one thing that said, you know what? This is my aha moment. I definitely have to do this.
I think once I started learning about natural remedies for different issues, learning about the medicinal benefits of different herbs, in my first job, I started to offer suggestions for herbal remedies as opposed to offering medications or hormones. And the patients were
Mm,
so appreciative of not
right.
just getting medicine thrown at them.
See, and that,
So that made me want to dig even deeper into learning about more herbs and more mixtures of herbs
right,
to
right.
recommend.
Right. Now, what do you recommend outside of abstinence, of course, for people who want to do birth control? Obviously, it does depend on their body, but what are natural things that they can do to help alleviate some of the crazy things that go on in our lives?
What do you mean
I mean,
exactly?
like, okay, listen.
Like if you have painful periods or long
Yeah,
periods, we offer
exactly.
birth control. Is that what you're
That's
saying?
always what they offer. That's the first thing they want to offer. Oh, something wrong with your yoni here. Here's some birth control. We don't really care to figure out
Um,
what is really going on. Like we don't really care what's really going on. So let's just
yeah,
offer
so
this.
it's always
Yeah.
a hormonal thing.
Yeah.
It's hormonal, and it is hard for us medically to, unless you're early premature ovarian failure and we can test your estrogen level and see it's at zero. But for
Mm,
us to just say your hormones are off, um, how do I explain? why do we throw birth control first? Because it's a hormonal issue and we need to fix it with hormones. You want to know natural ways to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't nobody like being nauseous every morning.
Yeah.
This shit is ass. I'm sorry. I'm asking for a
So
friend. No, I'm asking for me.
once
Okay.
again, I'm gonna say it's gonna be different for everybody, right? But you can get into the herbal teas. There's a few herbs that will help with painful periods, like the herbal blend that I created,
Right. Which
and
did help. And so I'll be
which
re-upping on that.
and
Excuse me.
yes,
But
do
look.
the herbal teas. But sometimes you may know your period's gonna start on the 3rd, and so on the 1st you start drinking that tea every night to
Right.
prevent the pain. And then
And it's not even just about pain. Like I said, it is PCOS Awareness Month. So with that, and that's polycystic ovarian syndrome. For those of y'all who didn't know, I have PCOS. My daughter, we're all teal sisters in this house, apparently. So like, she's like, ew. However, that's the first thing they go to. So now hearing it actually explained, because the doctor that was there couldn't even explain it to me. They're like, oh, well, you just need to take birth control. Are you
yeah,
not
no,
understanding?
always ask for explanations, and then
Yeah.
do your own research to learn about
Yeah.
PCOS through and through. I
Right.
do want to say vaginal steaming. Vaginal steaming, for those of you who may not know what it is, there is a pot of herbs where the steam is introduced into the vagina, and the steam opens up the vessels to allow the medicinal benefits of the herbs into your body. That can help manage many women's healthcare issues.
And
And
then
can you do it every day? Sure. Once a week? Sure.
I'm gonna give y'all a suggestion. Go to a professional place for your first time, though. Okay, don't do that shit
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah.
Don't do that at home, especially
You
if you have
Carolina Oasis will be
look.
mobile with the vaginal steaming also.
Yeah. Oh, well, I need to investigate the website a little bit more then,
Yeah.
'cause
Click on book
mobile
services
steaming.
and you will
That's
see
dope.
all of the services we offer.
Okay, and then I know you have massage therapy, a masseuse in house now. Look,
No, my masseuse moved.
not moved.
Yes.
Where'd she go?
But that's
Look, where'd
part
she
of the she's up north in the Bay. So that I guess that is part of my freedom is I have 2 of my 3 out of the house.
Wow.
Yes,
Already?
accomplishments.
That's whew, man. Okay, so what are some of the things that you look forward to? What are some companies that you want to partner with when it comes to your first primary brand? What are some of the facilities that you would want to work with when it comes to being a midwife? Are you looking to transfer elsewhere?
No,
What's in the scope?
as far as being a midwife, I am where I am until they will no longer have me. I'm there. They are stuck with me. As far as the Carolina Oasis business, I do have a new medical director, a Black woman, Dr. Pam Davis, which is very exciting. She's very knowledgeable with the IV vitamin injections and IV vitamin therapy. Um, so I want us to take that as far as we can take it together. Um, that would be, I think, amazing for us to get into the underserved communities and outreach to different clinics there. I really want those communities to be educated on healthcare.
Have you thought about reaching out to organizations like Planned Parenthood or what is it, Mothers in Care, something like I can't
Uh-huh.
remember what the name of it, but or even WIC, things
Uh-huh.
like that. Have you reached out to those
I have not.
organizations? Okay, we're gonna do that too. Okay, we're gonna put a pin in that. So
That all sounds amazing.
boom,
Definitely.
press the button. Okay, look. press the button. Uh, but definitely, that's something that I can see for you that would be amazing, is being available to women as far as WIC goes,
Yeah.
and them having some of the questions. I could see you teaching a parenting class. I could see it.
Can
She's like,
you?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know."
Which part of
Yeah.
parenting? I
I
don't
mean,
know.
as far as like going through Lamaze class, let me say Lamaze. I could see you teaching a Lamaze class.
I can absolutely teach about going through birth.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She's
Any
like, all that
questions
other stuff
about birth?
though.
Yeah. Um, I would love to be able to add massage therapy onto the services. And I have done wellness parties, wellness days where there's a group of people getting different services from Carolina Oasis. You could get foot detox and vaginal steaming, abdominal stimulation. So if I could add massage therapy onto those services and have wellness parties and wellness days, that would be amazing.
Yeah, because even when it comes to those type of parties, I could see that being something that's had at a baby shower, and there
Mm-hmm.
being a prenatal massage associated,
Yeah. Right.
and everybody be able to take care of themselves for the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah,
to
there's
hey,
so
we
many
want you
ways you
there.
can go with the wellness parties and to
Hmm.
be getting healthy with the people closest to you. I think that that's just a fabulous
Right.
feeling.
Right. And that's a bonding experience too, when
Hmm.
you're like, "Oh, these are the life changes that I've made, and these are the people that are also affected by those life changes."
Right.
So as they're changing, you're all of seeing them,
Hmm.
and you're being a big part of their foundation is amazing. That's such a beautiful
Yeah.
thing. I
Yep.
look, I'm just like, I just love
I
you so
love it.
much. I just love you so much. That is so amazing. I feel like I already know what the answer to this question is, but I'm going to ask it.
Oh boy.
What is one major key that you have to share with people along the way about your journey?
One major key.
Hmm. So you're giving out some free game here. Like, this is what you learned.
I think that well, I guess it's the same. Keep your eyes on the prize. You know what you desire. Do stay determined and dedicated to your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
What is your purpose? You figure that out through prayer and meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So that practice, I'm I'm gonna make that my the basis, the foundation, prayer, meditation. You figure out your purpose and then you stay dedicated to your purpose. So dedication, determination, reach your goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, as far as health, be educated. If the doctor tells you you're pre-diabetic, go read about diabetes. Go read about what pre-diabetes means
Mm-hmm.
and take the right actions to prevent it from becoming diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Same thing with hypertension. Same thing with
everything,
like everything. Everything.
everything. And
Yeah.
then find out which herbs can help you with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, and then what what is the difference for you between herbs and vitamins? Because of course, the herbs are, you can find them in vitamins too, but what do you suggest is better for the
So,
person? Like,
for the most part, vitamins are nutrients that our body needs. Our body runs off of how do I explain? Like there's certain nutrients our cells need to
mhm,
go in and out of the cell in order for them to function, in order for them to do their job, in order for them to build protein. Um, so vitamins are helping with that influx and efflux of the nutrients.
mhm,
Herbs are a natural way to fix things. Can I say that? Or prevent. I guess they're similar in some ways. Um, like you can't grow vitamin C in your backyard,
Right, but you could eat an
right?
orange. Okay. Okay. So, at the end of the day, either way, getting those vitamins into your system is going to be the most important thing.
Right.
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 Changing your
I
diet is the
supplements
easiest way.
supplements for
Yeah.
everybody. Everybody needs at least a multivitamin. I have about 7, 8 vitamins I take daily.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look, I know I got to chew a gummy that I take right. It's a B12 complex. So,
B12,
yeah.
yes. Take
Yeah.
it.
I looked up whatever was good for getting rid of PCOS, and that's what I take right now.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Whatever it
also
is. You
finding
should also do vaginal steaming.
yeah. So look, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little share real quick because I'm gonna tell you about my first experience with vaginal steaming because I totally did it at home, and that's why I said
Oh
don't do it at
boy.
home. Okay, look. I did a whole bunch of stuff. It was like right around the time where it was right before you started doing the Yoni steams. And I could remember setting up in the bathroom. Okay, nobody told me I should stoop over the container. You know
So
the
you
the
said,
pot that you put inside the toilet
yeah,
to catch it.
yeah,
So yeah,
uh-huh.
so there's like a kit you can get on Amazon. Comes with the little pot thingy you just put in there. You put the tea in there. No, I sat right on the hole. No, okay, my whole butt cheek was inside the steamy boiled water. Burnt my entire
You
cheek.
did not.
I did.
Oh my
Oh, I
gosh.
was messed
Okay,
up.
yeah,
I was,
don't do
and
that.
in that moment,
So
she knew she
when
messed
you
up.
have a
Yeah,
when you have a vaginal steaming experience with Carolina Oasis, it is
it's safe.
more I,
It's comforting. It's
I
relaxing.
guide
Okay.
you through it's more of a meditation while you're on the pod. Um you are connecting with your uterus. A lot of us don't have a relationship with our uterus, and we should. We absolutely should, and we should have a good, positive relationship with our uterus. So,
Mm,
the vaginal steaming experience with Carolina Oasis teaches you that, gives you the right tools for having a good relationship with the uterus
yeah,
while detoxifying.
right. And not scorching your entire behind.
Yeah, my goodness. Don't
Yeah,
do
that was
that.
not my Carolina experience, okay? I will tell you guys. Actually,
No, no, it wasn't.
hey, look, I will tell you guys when I go and actually I'm definitely going to have to do the promo video for it. So I'll do the TikTok for it. Just to tell you guys the actual experience that I've had at Carolina Oasis. But
Perfect.
don't do your first time at home. Let somebody coach you on how to do it at home.
Yes,
So,
please. Great advice.
if you need to go, there is a comment section or a contact us on the Carolina Oasis website. So please feel free to ask all the questions you need to
Ask
if you're
all the
not in
questions.
California.
Text, email, um,
All of that.
all of that.
All of
I
that.
am here. I am here. I just want everybody healthy.
What are some of your pet peeves about being in the holistic community?
Um, Pet peeves. I think when I hear people say that there's one right way to do things for everybody, I think that's a pet peeve because I you have to
Mhm.
understand that everybody's body is different and everybody's body is going to react different, and one thing is going to help one person and not help another. So I think
Mhm.
that might be one of my main pet peeves is when, or like when you said, how often do you get IV vitamin? It depends on how that IV
Mhm.
is affecting you and how long
Mhm.
the effects are going to last. You could get a B12 shot for energy. If you're an active person or somebody that goes to the gym all the time, that B12 shot probably won't last as long
Mm.
as somebody who isn't as active.
Right. Who lives a sedentary
Yeah.
lifestyle or shoot.
Right.
What is your
So,
favorite form of exercise?
huh? No.
What is your personal
Honestly,
favorite?
no. I think weightlifting.
Ah, yes.
Weightlifting is
Yes.
probably my favorite.
Which one is your least favorite?
The bike that's sedentary, it's called
Same.
an assault bike, is the term they gave it. Assault bike. I don't ever have to get on that thing.
Okay, so look, I got another bike experience. I got another experience for you. It's gonna make you laugh. Okay. So my first time taking a cycling class, because I saw this video, and that was hey, like it was really intense. They were having so much fun in this class. And so I'm in this cycling class, and I'm like, okay. She's like, okay, mount. Fine. 15 minutes go in. We're still seated on said bike. And you know, I made it through the whole class. All right. However, I know now why cyclists have that gel cover over the
Oh
seat. And
gosh, you
like
did the
four or
whole
five,
class
I
without the
did the
gel
whole
cover.
class. Do you know I had a bruise on my behind, the
Yeah,
shape
I'm
of the
sure you
seat,
did.
for like
I'm
2
sure you
weeks?
did.
I was in pain. It was horrible. It was
Yeah,
horrible. Uh,
yeah.
Stacy said, I hate and love the elliptical. I get bored fast doing any kind of cardio out if it's not outside, and weights are greatness. Yeah, we know you like
Yeah.
weights. So, but when I say that bruise was wild, I could not sit at work. I was like, can I get a standing desk?
Yeah, I don't know who
I
came up
I
with
will
the whole
never
bike
go
thing.
back to that class
Mm-mm.
ever again. It was
Yeah.
horrid. So, but weights are amazing. I think I'm falling more in love with the combat rope. Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. And then combat batons. And then I just started taking Muay Thai. That
Oh,
one's really
really?
fun. Yeah. That
Nice.
one's really, really fun. So,
Actually in Bali, my
mhm.
first time ever, which I don't know why, but first time ever I did yoga.
Really?
That was a great workout.
I would have
Definitely.
never thought that that was the first time you've ever taken yoga.
First time ever.
So is yoga coming to Carolina Oasis?
It won't come to Carolina Oasis, but Carolina Oasis will go to it. For
I I
sure.
I could see you as a yoga teacher too, though.
No, no, no.
You know?
It was a hard workout, but yoga was
Yeah.
it's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so, but exercise super important,
Right.
super important in daily life, but your cells have to be ready to
Mhm.
make the change with exercise at the same time.
Mhm.
So, again, getting that IV vitamin therapy really
Right. And
important.
then you serve most of the Los Angeles area, actually all of Southern California
So,
for the
I'm
most
in
part.
Orange County and I have
Mhm.
a 50-mile radius that I
Okay.
will travel.
All right. I'm like right at the edge. It's cool. Look. It's perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect. Do you have any surprises coming to either one of your businesses at this point?
No surprises in midwifery.
Mhm.
And then Carolina Oasis. Um, no surprises. No
Mm.
surprises. I'm excited to get started with this um, new medical director. I'm excited to get back to the parties. I love doing the parties and having multiple people there that I can teach at the
Mhm.
same time. Um, so I have no surprises coming.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, more parties coming soon, and definitely, especially with Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. So I'm sure
Yeah.
brainstorming about some certificates. They
Yep.
can
There
early
is a
buy
gift
those.
card
Definitely get the gift card.
option on
Mhm.
when you go to shop on Carolina Oasis. There is a gift card option. If you guys want to give a gift to somebody to get a service with Carolina Oasis.
Right. That's definitely going to be one of those kind of gifts that, hey, I'm thinking about your well-being. I know you're on this life path or you're making those changes. Those are the people you really want to give those to so they can utilize it to its fullest and really be able to reap the benefits. But give yourself the gift too.
Yeah.
I would say do that. Definitely sounds great. Is there something that you want to clarify that's always taken wrong in either industry? Doesn't matter if it's midwifery or
clarify something that's always taken wrong. In midwifery, when people hear that I'm a midwife, it's either in their head, same thing as a doula, we're different, or they hear nurse, we're different. I do have a nursing degree and I started in nursing. I'll always be a nurse, but midwife is different from nurse. And also, we don't only do deliveries of babies. We take care of all of women's health care from adolescence to menopause. And I think I want everyone to know that a certified nurse midwife is all of women's health care.
Okay, so it's not just the obstetrician.
No.
Okay. See, and that's something I wouldn't have known. So thank you so much for clarifying that because I think that we do, like I said, that was the first thing I was like, you want to be my doula? I mean, I'm not planning on having any right now, but in the event, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm open to having more kids.
Yeah.
What are some of the suggestions that you would make to women who are in their late 30s who do want to have kids? Everybody, society always says, hey, you're high risk. I know like the first thing is going to be check your health. Make sure you're physically healthy.
Honestly, any age, you want to make sure you're healthy before you do get pregnant. Make sure your blood levels are in check. Make sure your blood pressure is in check. And then you are elderly. You are studies
not elderly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Our diagnosis is elderly. Sorry,
elderly.
you're not elderly, but we have more and more women in their late 30s, 40s having babies now. So just make sure that you are healthy before getting pregnant. If you have the ability to freeze eggs, you can freeze eggs in your early 30s if you're just not ready to have a baby at that point. But yeah, be healthy.
What does that process look like?
Freezing eggs. I'm not in infertility, but what I believe they do is give you medication to get eggs produced, and then they go in and retrieve those eggs from your ovaries.
Okay, so they give you medication to make more. That's too risky. That sounds crazy.
It's an amazing thing, the whole field.
But I could only imagine that is a field that just is a blessing to be a part of. When you have the skill, you have a gift, okay? Because listen, all right, I've only been present for one. I don't know, just being on the side of actually seeing it myself and being there to support somebody who was giving birth, that was crazy. Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing thing. It's an amazing, amazing thing. Every delivery is different. Yeah. I love what I do. Hopefully I can get 1,700 more.
That's a lot of babies to be delivering too. And I just appreciate you coming out and taking the time out of your schedule. If you guys had any questions, you can ask them on the website that's on the screen.
Or the number on the website, you can text or you can email the Carolina Oasis at gmail.com.
So thank you so much again for coming out and just
Thank you for
being
having me. I
an
love the
amazing part
whole
of the
in the
community.
garden. I love it.
It's okay. When you go outside, you're gonna see a butterfly. It's okay.
Right.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Right. I
So
know.
thank you guys so much for coming out and for supporting. We'll be back in about an hour. But please make sure you guys stay hydrated, stay prayed up, and always remember to water your flowers. And don't forget to always be yourself unless you suck. And you know exactly what sucks about you. So go ahead and fix it.
Fix
We'll catch
it.
you later.